Broski, yummy. I just touched down in LA, the Spanish, my favorite. This that G. I keep it playing, so I put it on. She be in me, she just made a beat. To the money like I'm running from the feds. Posted with my this say yeah. I'm like, whoa, see residuals, watch the money grow. I'm in flow, greatest story told, watch it all unfold. I'm like, whoa, reaping what I sow. Harvest getting bigger, they all froze. I release my soul.
Historic Lambeau Field. Fittingly, it butts up against Lombardi Avenue here in the heart of Green Bay, Wisconsin. Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season. Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. They'll run. Here's Devon Achane. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down. You look at this Packers defense. They were very good last week in the win over the Saints.
I lost count of the number of turnovers that were occurring in that game.
Did.
Right? I mean, I had a clicker going after a while. 5, 6, 7, 8. It was unbelievable. There haven't been that many turnovers or takeaways, however you want to say, in the game since the Reagan administration. This is absolutely unreal.
I was in diapers. A tough spot here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 7.
Here we go.
Now it's Burrow. Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
That was their first 3rd down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key 3rd down throws.
4th down. Here's Joe Burrow. He's going to loft one deep left side here. They've got his man complete. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. Brutal. So take away the long touchdown.
It's a cruel game sometimes, partner.
So still a scoreless game in the first, but they're going to go for this thing on their own side of the field on 4th down. He's going to go up top again. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. Down the left sideline. Touchdown, Houston. A great play there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Texans have taken the early lead on the road here at Lambeau. Extra point right down the middle. And it's now a 7-0 game. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. On the ground, it's the rookie from Wisconsin. And shoving his way inside the 35. And he'll be tackled just past the 35 at the 36. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Here we go. 19,
and hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. So possession still theirs, but now they face a 3rd down. Back to throw. Hayes. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a 1st down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out, and that will force a turnover on downs. Taken down at the 30. Hey, look at this Packers defense. They were very good last week in the win over the Saints.
And what I saw on film was nearly an unstoppable pass rush. They had 5 sacks last week, plenty of hurries. So now do you just max protect on offense, keep everyone in, and run?
Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted. And the Packers will take over here just shy of the 30. So problems with errant passing continuing. Remember, he threw 2 picks in the loss last week, and now another here in this first quarter.
And sometimes, partner, this is the result of a quarterback who's simply trying to do too much. Feels like he's trying to make up for what he did last week, and he can't do it all on one throw.
Down the left sideline. Inside the 20. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. A big play there. His 16th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Packers are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. They couldn't take the chance. This will be returned from the goal line. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. They had the interception last drive, led to the tying touchdown, so 7-7 the score as they begin 1st and 10. That's caught. It's Flowers. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 36 yards on the play. So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
11 MT.
Achane gets it from the gun. And a pretty good burst right there as he'll take this down to the 33. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Again, it's Achane. And an excellent job of finding the opening as he's got this now all the way down to the 22.
Here we go. Back.
They're passing here. Joe Burrow. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And the Packers are going to get the football here as he gets this up past the 20-yard line. That's now his 2nd interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. One play has him to the 37 here for 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Hayes. And a reception made by Green. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. Operating from the gun. Hayes. Over the middle into traffic, and that's complete. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. Rookie quarterback, rookie running back. They team up there to pick up the 1st.
Set. Reload.
They'll look to throw again. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. Man open downfield is Diggs. He's got it. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. Stephon Diggs, 31 yards. And the Packers have taken the lead. Point after, right down the middle. And that makes the score 14-7. So the Packer kickoff team set to go as they will kick this one away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive.
Here we go.
And 2 interceptions already here in this first half. That's got to affect him a little bit, right? He's got to be thinking about it.
He's got to be thinking about it, but most of the good ones, they find a way to put it aside. They're not happy about it by any stretch of the imagination. They find a way to put it aside and continue to play their game.
Can he put it aside? Let's find out. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
He'll dump this off to Achane. And he is going to lose yardage here. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's second down. Now it's Burrow. And he will find his man on the outside. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. A fresh set of downs on a gain of 13 there for the Texans. A pair of first downs gives them a 1st and 10 up at the 44.
Gun.
Burrow looking to pass. He's going to launch this deep for Watson. This is caught inside the 15. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. Christian Watson, 56 yards. And the Texans are an extra point away from drawing level. The extra point splits the uprights, and we are tied at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And the points, they have come fast and furious in this quarter.
You really don't want to be on the defensive side of the ball right now, do you? Because you're either thinking, my replacement may get an opportunity.
Your head better be on a swivel.
Totally. Or maybe I just need to get out of the game for a while because I just can't slow these guys down. They've got to figure out a way to disrupt these offenses. And typically, one guy makes a big play, and that can help change things.
They'll be looking for disruption on both sides right now. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. On first down, he'll drop to throw. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete. The Packers at 5-1 here in this early part of the season. They're in a real groove of late. Winners of 5 of their last 6.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
He spins free. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. 14 yards, good for a Packer first down. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And very little there. He might have gotten a yard. Yeah, I think he got a yard to the 41. Now play number 7 of this drive, but it's a tough 3rd and 9. Back to throw. Hayes. That's into a crowd and intercepted. Picked off by Drew Sanders. Down to the 10. And they will score a pick six for the Texans TD. The call is to go for one and kick the extra point. It's up and good, and that'll make the score 21-14. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick six, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick six and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
Here's a handoff out of the gun. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. 89 yards rushing for him now as his fine rookie season continues. They'll look to throw here on first down. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
Well, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going, and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards. But also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Here's 2nd and 10. Looking to throw. Hayes. Oh, he had a man running free, but he overshot him, and it's incomplete.
A little bit of finger pointing and heavy discussion going on in the defensive backfield. It's man coverage, but they leave a guy wide open. They've got to be counting their lucky stars if this ball was overthrown.
And he is stopped just short on 3rd down. Got 9 yards, but needed 10. It's a 47-yard field goal try from here, but instead they're going to opt to go for it on 4th down. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. Just a gain of 3, but they'll certainly take it as they convert on 4th down.
And that's a big pickup of a 1st down. And you know that all week, both sides of the ball, offense and defense, are going through every situation. And in this case, the offensive guys had the right play dialed up because defensively, you work on 4th down situations as well.
And deflating for the defense. They can't get the stop here. But despite the completion, they're going to wind up losing 3 there. 2nd down.
Well, I think the hope is, with a touch pass like that, maybe you catch the defense off guard, but they were all over that one.
And it is the kind of play that works better against certain defenses, and this clearly was the wrong one to run into. Really nice job getting him down behind the line of scrimmage.
That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down. Operating from the gun. Hayes. And incomplete on the deep ball.
I know we can't do a mind meld and really know exactly what he was thinking, but I didn't see an open receiver there. Maybe, possibly, he did that on purpose and just overthrew him.
Yeah, coverage was good, so maybe indeed that was another way to throw it away, if you will. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Now Burrow. Finding his target, it's Trey McBride. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 18 yards on his first catch of the game. It's a first down.
Here we go.
A run straight ahead with Achane. And good work there in open space. And he's got this all the way down now to the 32. On first down, back to Achane. And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30.
They suspected it was a power play up the middle coming at them, and boy, were they right. That defense got downhill in a hurry and limited them to just a couple on first down.
Here we go, here we go.
Off the play fake, here's Burrow. He throws it on the move, but can't connect as that falls incomplete.
And that's another throw that could have been intercepted. Part of this, you credit the defense. They've been really stingy. But he's also made some really questionable throws, and that's another one right there.
He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
Putting pressure on the guy throwing the football is always good, but when you can couple that with contact on him that leads to an incompletion, as we just saw there, that's winning football.
So here we go. The offense is going to stay out there. They're going for it on 4th and 8. Able to get this one to McBride. And just shutting him off there. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. Facing a 4th down, they come away with 18 yards and the first down conversion.
11 MT, 11 MT. Gun.
Up the middle, Achane. They'll get this down inside the 10 for a pickup of about 3. It's 2nd and 7 from the 9. Achane here, they stay on the ground. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. 78 yards for him on the ground so far tonight as he has been terrific in this first half.
Now this is an example of breaking down a defense because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
And he is not going to get through here on try number 1. They stop him at the goal line. Achane is not going to get in here as they push him back to the 2-yard line. A second down play results in a loss of 2 yards.
And now 3rd and goal coming up, the loss on 2nd down. That just means this crowd's going to get even louder, and they'll get a little bit of extra help from the defenders as they exhort them to join them in the effort.
3rd and goal, Burrow. They'll swing this out wide. Here's Achane. Touchdown! Devon Achane. A 2-yard touchdown grab. And they are able to add on to their advantage. Well, CD, you know he's got great options at wide receiver, tight end, but there he looks to the backfield, and it results in a touchdown.
I love how you laid that out. So many options. You maybe forget about some of the ones that you should be covering. And they made them pay with that one, didn't they? You forget about the guys in the backfield, they're eligible too.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. nice return, but he takes a big shot at the end of it. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. And at least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them want to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
And he can't hang on to it, and the screen never got started.
This is certainly a team that has proven it likes to target its backs through the air, and defensively, they were aware of that and certainly were prepared on that throw.
Here we go, set. 7 Pirates, 7 pucks, trap 60, trap 60.
On third down, he'll drop to throw.
He'll fire this deep for Ayuk. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. And the Texans are going to take over a couple of yards shy of midfield.
A tough adjustment to the NFL throughout his rookie season, and his problem with turnovers is only exacerbated by his early showing today. That's a couple for him here in this first half, and he's cleared the double-digit mark for the entire season.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive.
Here we go, here we go.
They start near midfield following the interception as they begin 1st and 10. He's going to take a shot right away for the end zone. And a penalty flag comes in as that one winds up incomplete, but the contact is going to move the ball well downfield. So the ball's moved to about the 1 after the penalty, 1st and goal. Achane is into the end zone. Touchdown, Houston. Well, the pass interference call on the previous play, that set him up nicely for that 1-yard touchdown run.
Yeah, they were able to capitalize from a yard out. Plenty of barking from the sideline about the call, naturally so. But maybe you have to quit barking a little bit and focus on the next play. Their focus wasn't there, and they gave up the touchdown.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
And he's going to be stopped cold. Good coverage there by the kick team to bring that return to an abrupt halt. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
And his throw's going to be incomplete.
With a rookie quarterback out there, you're definitely going to find out how he handles adversity, because this one so far hasn't gone according to plan. He's got to fight through it and show him what he's made of.
Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. 17 yards on the play there as the Packers have the first down as well.
Let's go now.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. No dice this go-around. He's hit behind the line and taken down. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter.
And that one into the hands of Ayuk downfield.
And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 38-yard line. Operating from the gun, Hayes. Going underneath to the tight end, Green. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. They'll look to throw now on first down. He goes right back to Green. He's got it complete. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Another connection between the two. This one good for 12 and a first down.
Let's go.
Back to throw again. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. That's a 12-yard gain now on back-to-back plays. This is first and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime.
And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down.
18, right here. Come on.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. And he's got daylight. It's a foot race. And they will score a pick six for the Texans TD. The defense more than did its job. Now the offense is summoned onto the field as they'll go for 2.
And Burrow's going to look to throw for it.
And no, it falls incomplete. So the 2-point conversion no good. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
And they've got it up past the 35, so pretty good starting field position.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track.
Touchdown, Packers!
Brandon Ayuk.
64 yards.
And the Packers are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. Matt LaFleur, he tells the offense, stay out there, go for 2.
They'll try and throw for it. And they're going to get the 2-point conversion, caught in the end zone, and that cuts the lead a bit further. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And this return going to come to a quick end as he is belted at the end of that one. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And still plenty of time remaining here in the half, more than a minute. We'll see if they just want to protect that lead or try to add on to it.
Well, with as much time as is left on the clock, I would imagine it would be the latter. I think they're going to try and add on to it. So what they're going to tell the team is very simply, if you can get out of bounds after making a play downfield, terrific. If you can't, everyone hustle to the line of scrimmage, either run another play or clock it and start over again.
This is caught. It's Christian Watson.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain.
Here we go.
From midfield now, Burrow.
This is taken in by McBride.
Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. Steps away to, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. So second and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. The pressure really ratcheting up. They get the sack on first down, then a near sack. They got to him there just as it was leaving his hand.
Yeah, they might need to change their pass protection scheme a little bit. Maybe bring another guy into the backfield to help protect the quarterback, because that was awfully close.
Buying time to his left. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds.
Well, here's your first example of how this guy can beat you in more ways than one, because they took away his arm, but he was more than happy to dissect them with his legs for that first down pickup.
And that will not get there. Wow. It was online, but no good. And the lead will stay put at 17.
One of the few things that hasn't gone right in this first half. They had a chance there for late points, but this one winds up off the mark.
70 Lions.
Green, the tight end, in motion. And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. The Packers set to get the football first, and they are trailing on the scoreboard as we resume action, ready for the third quarter. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. And you have to think, Charles, down 3 scores already. They need to play an almost perfect second half to have a solid chance.
And that absolutely starts with finding some way to put together a touchdown drive here. They need to be smart, fast, efficient, get the ball to the end zone, and do it again multiple times in order to have a chance to win this game. Boy, that ball's just hanging up there waiting to be intercepted. That looked doomed from the start, but they took the deep shot anyway, and fortunately, it winds up incomplete.
He'll try again with the arm here on second down. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Catch is made by Hardman. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Just his second catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains. So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 46. He's got the hook up with Diggs. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. A well-executed 22-yard gain. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against?
A bit of a jump there, CD. He breaks the line, and that'll be 5 yards.
And you've got to stay more disciplined than that, Brandon. That's just a free gift to the offense.
After a gain of 5, they'll wind up being about a length of the football short here on third down. Back to throw. Hayes. Pass to the sideline and pulled in. And he's got this inside the 10 to the 9 before he's out of bounds. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4.
132 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. He'll try again. Pushing for the end zone, but he's not going to get there. They stop him just shy of the goal line.
Short of the goal line. A 2-yard pickup brings up 3rd and goal.
They'll try to run this one in. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Green Bay touchdown. A great effort there. With touchdown number 20 on the year.
And the Packers are able to cut into this lead as they score on the opening drive of the second half.
Extra point right down the middle. And the lead is trimmed down to 10. So the lead back down to 10 as things get a little more interesting, and the kick is away.
From a yard or two deep, here comes a return.
And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 30, right about the 29. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive.
And they were terrific in the first half, built up a sizable lead, and it's just been cut into a bit following the opening drive score on the other side. But this is a unit that has to be itching to get the football again.
And you can say that again. They've got to be pretty eager because, let's face it, they've had to sit through halftime, then sit on the sidelines and watch that drive. So you can bet that they're saying, let's get on with this. We got to go out there and get some more points.
3rd and 8.
Now it's Burrow. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues.
Now Achane on 1st and 10.
And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
From the 43, here's 2nd down and 7.
Here we go.
And now they will throw it with Burrow. Flush to his right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Burrow will throw.
And now Burrow going to be intercepted yet again.
And what a return as he brings this one all the way back to the 25-yard line.
So, my goodness, I wouldn't have thought this possible not too long ago, but that turnover there means we have a game again.
Yeah, it's been a completely different team here in the second half. I just wonder on the other side of the field, with the starters telling the backups, get ready, you're going to get some playing time. And now guess what? Hope they didn't cut the tape off of their wrists and ankles. They've got to go back out there and play.
Off play action. Hayes.
That ball caught. Brandon Ayuk.
And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And a little bit of space there takes it inside the 5 to the 3. That time the right guard sending him backwards.
And so many different types of guys rotate in on the defensive line now depending on situations. You can get the bulky guy, the fast guy. No matter what, though, you can't hold them.
And he's going to work this one down to about the 5. It'll be a pickup of 8 and a good first step there with 2nd and goal coming up. Looking to throw. Hayes. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception.
Picked off by DeMarvion Overshown.
And they will score a pick 6 for the Texans TD. So now the Texans offense back onto the field. They'll line up and go for 2 here. They'll look to throw. And he will get into the end zone to bump the lead up to 3 scores. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. Fighting his way through contact.
And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
And that one opened up for him well as he'll take this down to the 26-yard line. 154 yards rushing for him here as he starts to draw closer to a 1,000-yard campaign.
Back to throw now on first down. Forced out to his left. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. You know, they always tell you no matter what, you keep throwing the football with confidence. Well, we're not seeing a confident thrower right now. He's off balance, the passing game's off balance, and the defense is taking advantage.
And this will be incomplete. Boy, can you believe this? That one probably should have been picked too. Instead, it's fourth down.
The coverage by Christian Harris.
And his kick here is good. And that'll get the deficit down to 15.
So that maybe not exactly what they were hoping for, but it does get them back within a couple of scores.
And at this point in the third quarter, you don't have much margin for error, and that means you can't have drives that end with nothing. Whether it's a punt, a turnover on downs, those have to go away. You have to end with a kick, either a field goal or an extra point after a touchdown.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going.
Here we go.
This is sort of what you would call the put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, in fact, you can take the spirit away from another team. That their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
It's still third quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
Here we go.
They go play action with Burrow. He sets to fire deep. And for the fourth time tonight, it's an interception.
Picked off by Eric Stokes.
If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
He'll get this into the hands of Ayuk.
And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
Second and a couple. And they'll run on the inside handoff.
And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
Let's go now.
And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. Nifty move. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. It's a gain of 12, and the Packers have the first.
Despite the score, despite the deficit, no quitting this guy. He's running angry, running through arm tackles. He wants to change what that scoreboard is saying.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11.
19 Lions. Here we go. Hut, hut.
Back to throw. Hayes. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And down inside the 10 here before he's out of bounds right around the 7.
2nd and 6 with the ball on the 7.
Go.
Looking to throw. Hayes. And my goodness, another interception. And they will score a pick 6 for the Texans TD.
And Charles, for this offense, those interception woes they kind of had in the first half have now followed them into the second half. And for this defense, they take advantage, turn that into a pick 6.
And that defense is in a spot now where they're thinking about ways to close this game out. And as confidently as they've been playing, I expect them to do exactly that.
Back now at Lambeau, where the fourth quarter will begin with a kickoff following the score on the final play of the third quarter. Out is the Texans kick team as they'll send this one away. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape up past the 30. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. Now, this game went off the rails early for them and never really got back on track. And these fans, they were expecting to be on the other side of the scoreboard. But that is not the case as we play on here in this fourth quarter. On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly. And that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 32-yard line. Back to throw. Hayes. He's got Ayuk once again. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. That's what we're used to seeing from him right there. Plays like that, why he's number 4 in the league in terms of receiving yardage.
Able to make adjustments all along the way. Doesn't matter where he lines up, where he releases from. Working his way into the secondary, figures out defenses and finds weak spots in order to get open.
Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and that'll make it 2nd down. One back in the... And he loses the football a second time. But it looks like one of the DBs has it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The drive starts with a run from Achane. And he will take this up to about the 8-yard line. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Partner, you and I have struggled with this for years. You've got the lead. Just take care of the football and burn some of that clock. But there's something to be said for not taking your foot off the gas as well, because you can never have too big of a cushion. That one, though, falls incomplete.
The Packers going to use one of their timeouts. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. They'll try and throw for it with Burrow. A good decision in the end to pull it and run, get some 9 yards and a first.
It hasn't been the cleanest game for him, but there was a sign of improvement as he looks towards the next one. Nice bit of scrambling to move the sticks, and even more importantly, he didn't risk adding another interception to his ledger.
Excellent job pushing through tacklers that time to pick up 6.
Right back to Achane on 2nd down. And this will be a Texans first down as the tackle made just shy of the 30. And carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
Lucas Van Ness in there on the tackle from the 33. Here's 2nd and 6. And they'll give this to Achane.
And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line.
On the handoff, it's Achane. Taken down at the 42.
At this stage of the game, with the score where it is, the key here, stay in bounds, and he did just that. Not by a huge margin, but he stayed in.
And those come up in what we like to call winning edge meetings. The things that you have to do, late game situations, kicking situations, doesn't matter what it is, the things you have to do to win a game, and that comes up in that meeting, then you practice it, they've got to be happy to see it executed, being able to stay in bounds and work the clock.
And a strong run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 35.
They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down at will.
Here we go.
The leading rusher in NCAA history from Youngstown State. Here's Jaleel McLaughlin.
Touchdown, Houston.
Jaleel McLaughlin.
35 yards.
And the Texans look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this fourth quarter.
Point after, right down the middle. And that'll push the lead up to 29 now. Out is the Texans kick team as they'll send this one away.
And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway.
Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30.
Another first down, this time on a gain of 19.
19, Tiger, 19, Tiger. 19, Tiger, 9, go.
Off the play fake. Hayes. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And oh, it'll be intercepted.
Daxton Hill picks it off. And the Texans are going to take over here at their own 22-yard line.
He's had a fantastic rookie season, made a lot of lovely throws, but that wasn't one of them.
Well, we got to give him one, don't we? I mean, with the year he's having, a lot easier for he and his teammates to accept that throw, because for the most part, what they've seen, it's been pretty sensational.
Here's Achane to start the drive.
And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead, positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
Here we go.
Right back to Achane on second down.
He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy,
Here we go.
but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
They've been brilliant, perfect on fourth down so far. 3 for 3,
Here we go.
and they're going to try again here. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Texans tried it, but they come up empty here on fourth. And the Packers are going to get the football back in excellent field position.
18 reps.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done.
There's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. Taking it in from 14 yards out.
And the Packers get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this fourth quarter deficit.
They're going to keep it on the ground. And he will dive into the end zone, and the 2-point conversion is successful. So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. And the effort effort snuffed out. The Texans' hands team recovers. Now they're down big here in the fourth. They had to try the onside kick. Can't fault them for the effort at least.
No, you can't at all. And if nothing else, now you've put something that you're trying to practice, right, that you've worked on into a game situation, and now you can go back and dissect it. So if you need it again sometime, maybe you'll find a better way to do it. But, yeah, this game's pretty much done for them.
I like the call there because that was one to take time off the clock and get them closer to getting out of here with a W. In the mind of the play caller, all you want to hear is tick, tick, tick.
And maybe a little over pursuit there as he's able to take this down to the 25-yard line. A give left side. Here's Achane.
And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with, and throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
From the 4, it's second and a couple.
Here we go.
Here's Achane.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
So they take the flag and the yardage that comes with it.
So now from half the distance closer, here's first and goal.
McLaughlin is not going anywhere. He'll be hit and dropped for no gain at the 2-yard line.
Nothing on that one. It'll be second down.
11. Here we go.
On the handoff, McLaughlin.
And he gets halfway there, down to the 1-yard line. The second down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there. They're knocking on the door as they come to the line here on third and goal from the 1.
The give is to McLaughlin.
And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
They'll try to run this one in. And not only will he not get the few inches he needs, he's going to go backwards. It's a loss of a full 3 yards, and it brings up fourth down.
It looked like they felt like there was just way too much traffic, so instead of trying to run through the pile on third and goal, they tried to take it outside. But how about that pursuit by the defense? Way too much for them, and they held him up short of the line of scrimmage and the goal line.
A great open field tackle is going to stop him shy of the goal line. They get the completion but cannot push forward into the end zone. And the Packer defense stands tall down by the goal line. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. This is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here offensively?
I wouldn't, because